Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'd like to first say thank you to the Neshaminy Concert Band and Mr. Mike Pettis for our processional. Big thank you to all of our first responders, police officers, fire men and women, and rescue squad workers for being there for NHS in times of need and celebration. And now, to begin tonight's celebration, the senior members of the Neshaminy Choir, directed by Mrs. Kristen Nichols, will perform the national anthem and the alma mater. If you are physically able, please stand. Gentlemen, please remove your caps.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave? Neshaminy High School, true to the end, echoes forever, spirits ascend, honest endeavor, virtue and strife, memories bring us the best years of our lives. Hail alma mater, hail red and blue, fellow Playwickians, we salute you. Fond recollections, vivid and true, Neshaminy High School, we're loyal to you.
Thank you, senior choir members and Mrs. Nichols. Everyone, please be seated. Good evening again. My name is Stephen Garska, and it is with great pride that I introduce myself to you as the principal of Neshaminy High School. Welcome to Harry E. Frank Stadium and Neshaminy High School's 130th commencement ceremony. Let's hear it. Raucous round of applause for the class of 2025. Going to get right into student speakers. So to offer this evening's student greeting, it is my pleasure to introduce two of our student leaders, Miss Claire Saloki and Miss Elena Roscoe, Vice President and Treasurer for the class of 2025.
Good evening, parents, administrators, and classmates. My name is Claire Saloki, the class of 2025 Vice President, and I'm so honored that I was able to represent this class for the past 4 years. I had the opportunity to watch and experience the growth all of us have endured, and it is truly something I am so grateful for. We've become brilliant, strong, and determined adults who are going to change this world for the better. As we tend to spend a lot of time focusing on the future, we must not forget about the past. We experienced endless hours of studying, the making and breaking of relationships, and both disappointments and accomplishments on the field, stage, or in the classroom. The most important part of all this is that we didn't do it alone. Look around to the classmates to your right and to your left. Now look to those that are here in the stands supporting you. Hi, Mom and Dad. Throughout it all, we were never alone. And today we can celebrate sitting in the seats that we thought were so far away from us. Neshaminy, thank you for the beautiful people I have met and for the memories I have made. But more importantly, thank you for the opportunity to make new ones. Now's our time to make an impact on the world and leave a legacy that will never be forgotten. We can never forget our background, and we must use our voices to take action for what we believe in. As we move forward to the next chapter of our lives, remember to always carry yourself with hope, kindness, and admiration of the present time. Congratulations, class of 2025, and best of luck in all your success.
Hello, I'm Elena Roscoe, the class of 2025 treasurer, and I had the privilege of holding this position for the past 4 years. Throughout our time at Neshaminy, we found ourselves and discovered the differences and similarities between us. On behalf of the class of 2025, thank you faculty and staff and parents and families for being with us for the entire ride with nothing but gratitude, respect, and support. Thank you for pushing us beyond what we thought was possible. The challenges have been hard to overcome, but with your help, we did it. And now we can celebrate and move on to the next chapter of our lives. Tonight, we come together to honor our achievements and time here at Neshaminy, whether it was 12 years or 1 year. We're all someone, and I hope you feel as proud as I do of your hard work. Congratulations to my classmates, and I wish you the best of luck in all your future journeys. Thank you.
Thank you, Claire and Elena. Student leadership is an essential element of a great high school. In addition to Claire and Elena, we will meet a number of other student leaders this evening. The next two leaders are Mr. Gavin Meehan and Mr. Joey Wilsey, your class of 2025 secretary and historian, and they will deliver the student welcome.
Good evening. I am Joey Wilsey, your senior class historian.
And I am Gavin Meehan, your class secretary.
We are gathered here to celebrate the culmination of our high school years. After today, we are no longer bound by the walls of Neshaminy or the color that is associated with our last name. Go Red. From the day we set foot in this school with our awkward freshman orientation to the senior picnic that got crashed by a bear a few days ago. Along these 4 years, we have all gone through so many challenges together as classmates and peers. And with that being said, we could not have done it without all the support from our families, friends, and teachers. Every person sitting ahead of me should stop and be grateful for those who have been a part of this journey. Speaking for myself, I could not have done it without my support staff. Shout out Mom, Dad, Gianna, and Sarah. As we walk away from the Ridge one last time, we start a new journey in life. This may seem intimidating or scary, but in all honesty, change is a great thing. I want everybody to become very familiar with these next 5 words. Get comfortable with being uncomfortable. I myself have implemented this phrase into my life. It is essential to see the good in new opportunities and embrace it. Change is a friend, and it is necessary to accept change so we can grow within. This crazy thing called life is in our own hands now. No more teachers grilling us about overdue assignments or the hall aides telling us to get to class. That being said, all of us here today wouldn't be who we are without Neshaminy. The lifelong relationships we've made, the teachers that have mentored us through our journey, and most importantly, the memories made. The opportunities ahead are limitless, and I believe every single one of you will go far in life. Neshaminy Class of 2025, it is your turn to write your own story as Neshaminy alumni.
As Joey was saying, today is a day of celebration. We spent years saying, I can't wait to graduate. And now that we're here, it kind of feels surreal, doesn't it? In high school, we spent a lot of time waiting for the weekend, for the bell to ring, or for the next chapter. But I think one of the biggest lessons I've learned, one that I didn't fully appreciate until now, is that we need to take a break from worrying about what we can't control and live a little. There's a quote from The Passengers that says, "You can't get so hung up on where you'd rather be that you forget to make the most of where you are." And that really sticks with me, because it reminds us that no matter how big or small this day might feel, life doesn't wait. It keeps going. And we can either keep chasing the next thing, or we can stop, look around, and realize, this is it. Let's remember the friends who became family, the teachers who believed in us more than we believed in ourselves, the times we failed, learned, and tried again, and the quiet moments that didn't seem like much at the time, but actually meant the world. We've spent so long preparing for what's next, but today is about what's now. It's about standing still, just for a moment, and recognizing everything we've overcome to get to this point. It's about being fully present in this exact second, because it won't come again. So, take a deep breath, look around, and take it all in. This is the day we stop waiting and start living. Thank you, and congratulations, Class of 2025.
Thank you, Gavin and Joey. It is now my pleasure to welcome to the podium Mr. Jason Bowman, Superintendent of the Neshaminy School District.
Good evening, families, faculty, staff, but most importantly, good evening to the Neshaminy High School Class of 2025. On behalf of Neshaminy School District, it is my absolute pleasure to welcome you to Harry E. Frank Stadium, Heartbreak Ridge, and this year's graduation ceremony. As a proud graduate of Neshaminy myself, this moment holds special meaning, not just as a celebration of academic achievement, but as a reflection of the strength, support, and spirit of the entire Neshaminy community. Tonight, your graduation marks a major achievement in your lives, but this ceremony is more than a celebration of grades, test scores, or even diplomas. Tonight, we celebrate something far more powerful, and that's your resilience. Class of 2025, you've been tested in ways that no one could have planned. You've been through times of uncertainty and disruption. You've lived through shutdowns, remote learning, isolation, and the long, complicated journey back to normal. But what's most important is that you didn't just survive these years, you grew through them. You adjusted, you sacrificed, you faced academic pressures, mental health challenges, and moments of doubt, and you persevered. That's what resilience looks like. Resilience is not about never failing. It's about getting back up again and again. It's about showing up on the hard days. It's pushing through when you're tired, asking for help when you need it, and believing that the effort is worth it, even when the outcome isn't certain. And through it all, you didn't just carry yourselves forward, you carried each other. We saw you support classmates, cheer on teammates, mentor younger students, and contribute to our Neshaminy community in countless ways. You've proven that true strength isn't always loud. Sometimes it's simply quiet determination in the face of challenge. Your journey reminds us all that success is not defined by a straight path, it's defined as how you respond when the path gets rocky. You've responded with courage, creativity, and heart, and as you leave Neshaminy High School and take your next steps, Whether that's into college, the workforce, the military, or another road entirely, know this: the world is going to test you again. But now you have something stronger than a plan. You have perspective, you have grit, and you have proof that you can overcome adversity. And that, perhaps more than anything, is what will carry you forward. Class of 2025, your story is just beginning, but already it's a powerful one. Take what you've learned, not just from textbooks, but from life, and use it to make a difference. Be the person who rises and helps others rise too. Congratulations, Neshaminy class of 2025. We're proud of you, and your future is bright because you've already shown us how strong you are. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Bowman. Our next speakers have worked closely with the class of 2025. I am pleased to introduce Mrs. Bobby Simahowski and Ms. Laurie Johnson, Assistant Principal and Faculty Advisor to the class of 2025.
Perfect. Good evening, families, proud parents, friends, teachers, and most importantly, the graduating class of 2025. It is with many different emotions that I stand before you tonight. This year has been full of so many memorable events that have made me both laugh and cry. You are my first graduating class as a principal, and I am filled with so much pride and hope for your futures. Today is a momentous day, a day you've worked towards, sacrificed for, and dreamed about. You've spent the last 4 years growing, laughing, learning. I truly love the people that you are. Over these years, you've built many friendships that feel like family, memories that will live in your hearts forever, and a resilience you know you didn't have. You didn't know that you have. You have earned this moment. Before I finish my speech, I want to share with you a few mottos that I try to live by as you prepare to step forward into the future. Some of these come from Randy Pausch, the author of the last lecture, who was given just a short time to live after his diagnosis of an aggressive cancer. And some of these are my own. You are the architects of your future. Take challenges and use them as opportunities for growth. Don't complain, work hard, and give it all that you have. Where you come from never determines where you go. Do not give yourself limitations. Always believe in yourself you can do difficult things. Be hungry, set goals, and have grit. Roadblocks or brick walls aren't there to keep you out, but to see how badly you want something. Always find moments to laugh. Laughing is my absolute favorite thing to do. Live life to the fullest. Try to make the most of every moment. Make memories with the people that you love. Build others up, and show gratitude for all the goodness in this world. Congratulations, class of 2025. At this time, I'd like to introduce you to Miss Laurie Johnson, our class of 2025 advisor.
Good evening. My name is Laurie Johnson, and I've had the privilege to be the faculty advisor for the class of 2025 for the last 4 years, or their class mom. People often ask teachers, what's the hardest part of your job? Some expect us to say that it's the lesson planning, or the endless grading, the early mornings, or maybe even taking 412 juniors on an overnight trip, which, trust me, is no walk in the park. But the truth is, the hardest part of teaching is this moment right now. It's watching a group of students that you have come to love walk across the stage and out into the world. It's a proud kind of heartbreak. The hardest part of teaching is goodbye. I've spent the last 4 years watching you grow, from the first awkward days of freshman year into the remarkable, resilient young adults sitting in front of me. I've watched you plan events and celebrate milestones. I've watched you figure out who you are and what matters most to you. And yes, perhaps most impressively, I've witnessed you and your uncanny ability to turn just about anything into a TikTok. You have left your mark in ways both large and small. And as your advisor, I have had the front row seat to all of it. What a gift it has been to watch you find your voice, your passion, or as you would like to say, live your best life. The crazy part is, somewhere along the way, without me even realizing it, you became a part of my story too. And that's why this goodbye is hard. Because you're not just leaving Neshaminy, you're leaving your mark on the classrooms, on the hallways, on my heart. And while I know you're more than ready to go out into the world and do big things, I know that there's still a part of me, and probably Mrs. Simo too, that wants one more day to remind you just how special you are and how proud we are of you. So instead of goodbye, I'd like to say this. Thank you, class of 2025. Thank you for the laughter. Thank you for your late night, hey, Miss J, I forgot to buy my ticket email. There were a lot of them. Thank you for your many, many remind messages on the junior class trip, especially those about the weather. Yes, I knew it was raining too. Thank you for keeping all of the chairs on the senior dinner cruise. Bravo. And most importantly, thank you for letting me be a small part of your big story. Class of 2025, I am so proud of you, not just for what you've achieved, but for what you've become. Thank you for letting me be part of your story. It's one I will carry with me always. Now is the time for you to go out and do amazing things. Take chances. Don't hold back. Be brave. Be kind. Be you. And don't forget, when you're famous or when you finally decide it's time to clean your room, let me know. Stop by and tell me all about it, because I'll always be one of your biggest fans. Now, I spent 4 years taking pictures of you guys from the first day of freshman year all the way until the Bear senior picnic. So I thought that maybe this would be a great opportunity for me to take one last picture. Okay, so everybody smile. Here it comes. I promise I'll put it on our Instagram. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Thank you, ladies. Great job. Each year at this point in the ceremony, it is a Neshaminy tradition to break from speeches for a musical message from members of our senior choir. We Are One is an amazing piece composed by Alan Pote. And once again, tonight our senior choir is directed by Mrs. Kristen Nichols.
Song is hard to sing because goodbyes are hard
My thanks again to Ms. Nichols and the senior choir. Let's hear it for the senior choir one more time. It is now my pleasure to welcome to the podium Mr. Marty Sullivan, President of the Neshaminy Board of School Directors, who wishes to share some advice with our graduates.
Thank you, Mr. Garska. I would like to first welcome all parents, guardians, family, and friends, and most importantly, our 2025 soon-to-be Neshaminy High School graduates here tonight. As Mr. Garska introduced me, I am Marty Sullivan, and I am the Neshaminy School Board President. To many of those here graduating tonight, I'm known as Mart, and to one young lady, that's Bro, which evidently is the new term of endearment for Dad. And speaking of Katie, I would like to thank all teachers, administrators, and staff who have encountered and helped Katie along her journey to get here tonight. Welcome to my world, or should I say Katie's world. As I look out onto the field tonight, I see a number of familiar faces. Young men and women I've met at school events, on the ball fields, at cheerleading competitions, at this stadium for football games, or at parties. Just this past October, it seems like probably half the class was at my house for a Halloween birthday party. What a fun time they had, and cleanup from that party was a snap for 6 weeks. One thing I've come to learn a lot about this class is they're a respectful, caring, loyal, supportive, and a fun-loving group. After all, the famous philosopher Pitbull said, "You had the time of your lives." And this applies to your time at Neshaminy High School for sure. No matter what obstacle may have been in your path, whether it be COVID at the time of your 8th grade move-up day or an uninvited bear at your senior picnic, you've always suited up and showed up. I've seen friendships formed amongst you throughout the years that will last a lifetime. I personally am aware of one friendship that started at the time of kindergarten practice bus ride, where one young lady said to another young lady, "I like your fashion. Do you want to be best friends?" To which she responded, "Sure," and they've been best friends since. Along the way, they added others to their friend group until they were a squad. And that story can be repeated umpteen times amongst the class of 2025. If one of them is going through a challenging time, the others rallied around them to provide whatever love, laughs, and support they needed. Realize over your time in Neshaminy, you've developed lifelong friends that you'll be able to count on throughout your life. And as you trudge the road of happy destiny known as life, keep in mind that these friends are just a call, text, or snap away, just to say hello, or when life gets lifey. Whether you wind up in Miami, Pittsburgh, Westchester, Bucks County, or Rome, remember you have people you can count on that you met in the halls in Neshaminy. And as you leave here tonight and move onto your chosen path, I would like to share 2 bits of advice that were shared with me years ago when I was at a particular crossroads in my life. The first was, don't regret the things you've done, regret the things you haven't done. Take chances, try new things, but always do the next right thing, even when no one is watching. And secondly, try to remember, there are 2 days in every week which we should not worry about. Those days are yesterday and tomorrow. Yesterday is history. We can learn from it, but we shouldn't worry about it. Tomorrow is a mystery. We can plan for it, but shouldn't worry about it either. That leaves today. Live today to its fullest. Today is a gift, and that's why they call today the present. Good luck, be safe, love life, and do the next right thing. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Sullivan. Continuing now with more student leaders who have made a positive impact at Neshaminy High School, our student council officers have a long list of accomplishments. They are here tonight to offer some reflection and recollection of the experiences of the class of 2025. Please welcome to the stage Cole Morrison, Marissa Cavallo, Biz Toto, Elena Clark, and Blair Anderson.
Good evening, parents, staff, faculty, and most importantly, the class of 2025. I'm Cole Morrison, your student council president, and I'm honored to be standing here with all of you tonight. We're here to celebrate the incredible memories we've made over the past 4 years at Neshaminy, from football games to gym night, and now at graduation. You've all shown what it means to have spirit, dedication, and loyalty. You've helped turn Neshaminy into more than just a school. You've helped make it a family. I would now like to introduce our Vice President, Marissa Cavallo.
Hi. At this point, you've probably heard the words journey and memories quite a few times already. But one of those memories that I would like to speak about is Mr. Neshaminy. Although watching them try to dance was fun, Mr. Neshaminy was not just a senior boys pageant. It was one of the special times various corners of our class came together. Whether you were on stage, behind the scenes, or watching in the audience, we were all connected. Our class has never really fit into one box. We are loud and quiet, outgoing and shy, artsy, athletic, academic, and everything in between. We've all had our own schedules, own friend groups, and own struggles, but the moments like Mr. Neshaminy that connected us are special. So tonight we graduate not as individuals, but as one connected class of 2025. So wherever you go next, I hope you find new versions of what we had here, and I hope you choose to show up for them. Our next speaker will be Isabella Toto.
Hi, I'm sure most of you know me as Biz. I'm your student council secretary, but also had the pleasure of being a captain for what Neshaminy is most known for, Gym Night. We are all so lucky to be able to participate in such an amazing production. Whether you won or lost, we all get to look back at the dances, the relays, long practices, and dance struggles, knowing that these will become core memories. Gym Night gives us the chance to get to know people we may have never crossed paths with. Therefore, it brings our school together not only as a team, but as a whole, because all of our diverse personalities are used to bring everything together. We are also able to become someone totally different in those 7 to 12 minutes that we would never expect. Because trust me, I never thought I could be Britney Spears, a masquerade thief, a news broadcaster, or a scary ghost girl. But if I could go back, I wouldn't change a single thing. Well, maybe except my wig falling off. Anyways, I would like to say thank you to Gym Night, Student Council, and Neshaminy for the opportunity to learn how to become a leader. And to the class of 2025, never forget the magic of these moments, because years from now, you won't just remember what you did, you'll remember how it made you feel. I'd now like to turn the microphone over to our historian, Elena Clark.
Hello, class of 2025. For the past 4 years, in the fall, Fridays had become our class's favorite day because that meant Friday night lights. From homecoming, blue out, and even to pink out, football games had become more than just a game. They were a weekly ritual, a reason to come together, to wear our school colors with pride, and to remember that no matter how different we are all a part of the same team. All united in our themed outfits, the spirit that we've shown for Neshaminy over the years has been incomparable. It didn't matter if you were on the field, in the band, waving pom-poms, or just there to hang out with your friends, we all had our place. Remember to cherish the games that you've played, the chants that you've cheered, and the millions of photos that you've taken here at Heartbreak Ridge. Today, as we walk across this stage and into the next chapter of our lives, let's not forget those nights. Let's remember how it felt to be a part of something, to support one another, and to know that even when the scoreboard ran out, the memories didn't. Our next speaker is our committee chair officer, Blair Anderson.
Thank you, Elena. Over the last 4 years, Neshaminy has offered us the opportunity to travel and gain new experiences. Whether it's the music trip to Orlando, AE's trip to Hawaii, choir's trip to California, or the physics classes experiencing physics firsthand at Hershey Park, we bonded with small groups of peers who shared our common interests. We represented Neshaminy as individual groups. Our junior class trip was the first trip our class experienced as one collective class. We stepped outside our individual groups and branched out to make memories with new people. We had the best time riding roller coasters, cruising around Washington, D.C., and hanging out all together at the hotel. JCT has allowed us to take a leap of faith to connect with people who we aren't as familiar with, creating relationships that otherwise wouldn't have happened. As we all head into our next big trip, whether it's college, a gap year, U.S. military, or wherever you may end up, I encourage everyone to step outside of your comfort zone, because you never know who or what it may lead you to. And now back to Cole Morrison.
As we take a look at all of these moments, we are reminded of the people that had helped us along the way. The friends who stood by us, the family who believed in us, the teachers who challenged us, and the community that shaped us. Although the future is wide open and there's no answer as to what comes next, that's what makes this moment so powerful, because this moment is ours. From the wise words of Bob Dylan, if your time to you is worth saving, then you better start swimming now or you'll sink like a stone, for the times they are a-changin'. Thank you, class of 2025.
Thank you, student council officers, and well done. And now, before I present the class and request the confirmation of diplomas, guys, we're really close. But I'd like to offer a few words. I'd like to begin by first congratulating each and every member of the class of 2025 on their accomplishments and on making it to high school graduation. I hope that over the course of your 4 years at Neshaminy High School, you have at least begun to find your passion. We have great teachers, great programs, and great opportunities. And I hope that you took advantage of at least one of those things to help you formulate your plan for the future. And if you did not, and if you do not yet have a plan for the future, I'd like to tell you that that is okay. At this time in your life, you do not yet have to be the person that you are going to be. As you listen to student speeches tonight, you will undoubtedly hear about friends, teachers, and family that have influenced you and helped you become who you are today. Tonight, I would like to make sure you know that that process is not yet complete. Who you are today does not have to be the final version of you. You will continue to make new friends, meet new teachers, and have new experiences. All of these things will continue to shape who you are and help you become who you ultimately will be. It is an ongoing process that takes time. I caution you not to rush it and implore you to enjoy each and every success, milestone, and challenge that life brings your way. For it is in those experiences that we truly discover our values and our sense of who we are. It would be a big ask of you to expect that you have it all figured out and for you to already be your end product. What I feel compelled to ask you right now, though, is to make sure that you keep an open mind. Look for those new people, new experiences, and new challenges, and be open to what they can teach you about yourself. I wish each of you the very best in your future and hope that you encounter the people, experiences, and challenges that will ultimately make you the best version of you. Congratulations, class of 2025. And now, with all of that being said, I believe it is time for you to graduate from high school. So at this time, I would like to ask School Board Vice President, Mrs. Tina Hollenbach, to come to the podium. Mrs. Hollenbach, it is my honor to present to you the Neshaminy High School class of 2025. This amazing group of students is well prepared for what is next and is ready to become high school graduates. On behalf of the faculty and administration of Neshaminy High School, I am pleased to inform you that those members of the class of 2025 seated before you tonight have or will successfully complete the requirements for graduation as established by the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania and the Neshaminy School District, and are now ready to receive from you the confirmation of their diplomas.
Thank you, Mr. Garska. Will the class of 2025 please rise? Under the authority and powers granted me by the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania and serving in that capacity as a member of the Neshaminy Board of School Directors, I hereby decree that the students of Neshaminy High School class of 2025 assembled here this evening are entitled to the official confirmation of their diplomas. As a symbol of this confirmation of diplomas, I now ask the class of 2025 to move their tassels from the right to the left of your caps.
Please be seated. One more time for the class of 2025. Come on. We now come to a very special portion of our ceremony, the time that each graduate is called to the front of the class to receive his or her Neshaminy diploma. In order to fully recognize each individual student, we request that the audience and graduates refrain from excessive celebration until the roll call is completed. After the roll call is complete, we are not quite finished. We will have one final speaker to dismiss the class of 2025. Announcing the roll call of graduates will be NHS English teacher Mrs. Kimberly Montone and science teacher Mr. James Maloney, both Neshaminy graduates themselves. Mrs. Montone, Mr. Maloney, they're all yours.
Benjamin Tanner Long.
John Edward Griffin.
Claire Catherine Soloki.
Caroline Marie Rogers.
Gavin Patrick Meehan.
Kenna Dean Lohman.
Elena Roscoe.
Bailey Alexandra Ranella.
Joey Paul Wilsey.
Mary Kate Alvino.
Nora Lucy Soloki.
Oliver Anderson.
Cole Robert Lewis Marzin.
Romeo Vincent Angelini.
Marissa A. Cavallo.
Eric L. Bender.
Isabella R. Toto.
Serenity R. Baffa.
Sylvester Vera.
Kira Callahan.
Elena Ray Clark.
Natalie Rose Simahowski.
Blair B. Anderson.
Cecilia J. Claudio.
Brianna Espero.
Bridget Germaine Dickdy.
Yıldız Abdurrahimova.
Juliana E. Exner.
Alex William Abel.
Maria Rose Fay.
Michael S. Abrams, Jr.
Arista Sterner Lenny Fine.
Jasmine J. Acevedo.
Amanda Fisher.
Riley Kathleen Adamoyorko.
Julia Lee French.
Ava Victoria Afanasiev.
Quinn Charles Goldberg.
Nurislam Akhmetbekov. Harris Akram.
Rebecca May Gutierrez.
Mohinor Noradinovna Akramova.
Harper Helbig.
Hadi Alaki.
Kaylee Sky Higgins.
Gavin K. Albrecht.
William C. H. Irving.
Ihor Alexandrovsky.
Elena Marie Cass.
Ryan Matthew Alexander.
Gianna Grace Lano.
Simone S. Ali. Danut J. Alisin.
Magnus Miller.
Haley Elizabeth Allen.
Ava Marie Mucha.
Matthew C. Allen.
Hannah Joella Oliveira.
Abigail Amatucci.
Isabella Rose Paglacetti.
Vraj Amin.
Kaya P. Patel.
Katie Amrine.
Kendall May Patton.
Orhan Anak.
Annie Lynn Quinn.
Olivia May Anderson.
Jacob Taylor Rice.
Charlotte Lee Anderson.
Micah Hayden Sr.
Grace Elizabeth Anderson.
Isabella Maria Sorchillo.
Joshua Christian Anderson.
Caitlin Stevens.
Michael Andraccio.
Jeremy Valverde Ratana.
Ava Ann Arbakov. Diego Florentino Argueta.
Reese Argust.
Mason J. Arnold.
Lene Ariel Arpa.
Marvin Avila.
Rachel L. Badia.
Taha Beg.
Beknazar Bayeshbakov.
Madeline Nicole Bach.
Sophia Balaban.
Maribel Emma Banks.
Nuna Bonto.
Delaney S. Berry.
Jameson Lynn Bassett.
Franz Estaque Bautista.
Caitlin Nicole Beecher.
Ryan Michael Bagley Jr.
Natalie Belmont.
Ivana Bespaluk.
Willow Catherine Belmont.
Clayton Big.
Giada Bertello.
Emily Lauren Black.
Navaya Betancourt.
Taylor Jean Bogart.
James Brian Birmingham.
Samaj Smith Booker.
Tiana L. Blackshear.
Colby Robert Bracey.
Liam A. Boffa.
Joseph Belts.
Nikita Bogdanov.
Eric Thomas Brandall.
Marion Vincent Bozek.
Rory Nicole Bray.
Logan Ryan Bradby.
Richard Briggs.
Robert Anthony Braun.
Timothy Michael Brophy Jr.
Liam James Briggs Rude Grote.
Clayton Brown.
Brandon T. Bristow Wimmersberger.
Adelina Cherie Brusco.
Sadie M. Brotherton.
Edward Devon Birch Jr.
Joseph Anthony Bruno.
Mason D. Burhans.
Penelope Bullock.
Zachary Bernashov.
Miranda Berg.
Samir Y. Burton.
Martin Burke V.
Natalie Buxton.
Savannah R. Burke.
Sophia Lorena Candelaria.
Brooke Elaine Burns.
Francesca Pearl Capriati.
Daniel Busha.
Paris Anthony Cathy II.
Christopher T. Calvani Jr.
Alexia Mia Cerciello.
Gabriella Capaldi.
Ashley Cherry.
Lola Grace Carmine.
Ariana N. Tuning.
Sina Nahir Chalekchi.
Alexandra Christophus.
Sarah M. Charlton.
Dominic Chalella.
Kyle K. Chung.
Aiden O'Reilly Clark.
Kaylee Chin.
Reagan Denise Cloney.
Margarita Chumakova.
Alina Adora Cofield.
Anthony John Safaldi.
Abigail Jules Collins.
Jada Lee Clark.
Chase David Comer. Paige Susan Comer.
James Klopp.
Peyton E. Connolly.
Shane Annalise Coleman.
Vincent M. Contorso.
Michelle Alejandra Colmenares.
Joseph Corsanico III.
Gavin William Connolly.
Nathan William Covey.
Sean George Conrad.
Jason S. Cunningham.
John James Cook.
Maxwell J. Curry.
Madison Isabel Corsino.
Isabella DeAndrea.
Elias Benjamin Crampton.
Andrew F. Daly.
Brandon T. Kernew.
Denise Patricia Marie Daniels.
Dominic Dalacandro.
Riley M. Davies.
Kyle William Daly.
Mackenzie DeLarso.
Erica Nicole Dalton.
Isabel Rose Delgado.
Isaiah Dantzler.
Carter Ryan Dion.
Tyler Evan Davis.
Logan V. Devine.
Bianca Angelina DeFeo.
Alexandria Janine Devlin.
Laura E. De Las Harris.
Matthew Ryan Diamond.
Ryan Michael DiMatteo.
Kennedy F. Dobson.
Tristan DeVea.
Brian Christopher Donnelly Jr.
Anthony Stephen Devens.
John J. Doherty Jr.
Drew W. Dewhurst.
Christopher M. Dowis.
Bryce P. Deagle.
Samuel A. Drought.
Summer Ann Dodson.
Reese H. Dudek.
Cheyenne Abigail Dorr.
Natalie Lucille Dooley.
Michaela Doherty.
Brendan A. Dunleavy.
Cody Michael Dowling.
Robert A. Deitch.
Sean Daniel Drum.
Lanaya Shaqueen Edwards.
Naya A. Dukan.
Alexander G. Egley.
William Dunkley.
Lacey Nicole Elliott.
Kieran P. Dernan.
Isabella A. Elsatino.
Hayden Julia Edson.
Mater Emelev.
Sadie Rebecca Edwards.
Jordan Michael English.
Matthew Harrison Elizondo.
Richard Joseph Escher.
Heather A. Ellis.
Kaylee Ewald.
John C. Elvira.
Malik Farag.
David Robert Engel.
Frankie Nicole Fee.
Arda Erdem.
Sophia Fezco.
Kylie Jane Esposito.
Maria Filipova.
Caitlin Elizabeth Fantini.
Braden D. Flannery.
Kimberly J. Fecka.
Alexis Nicole Flynn.
Logan Zachary Fell.
Travis Anthony Ford.
Otanil Figueroa Jr.
Tyler J. Frame.
Gianna M. Fisher.
Connor A. Frederick.
Giovanni Xavier Florent.
Kerry Freisinger.
Michaela E. Foley.
Ryan T. Gatis.
Charlie Brianne Fox.
Kelly Nicole Gallagher.
Envy S. Franklin.
Brandon Garber.
Andrea M. Fredericks.
Victoria A. Gaskell.
Malika Gaffarova.
Evan Jacob Gates. Rushona Gaibulayeva.
Julian C. Galloway.
Jason James Gilardi.
Marcos Samuel Garced.
Connor D. Glover.
Alyssa R. Gator.
Tyler Ray D. Gokul.
Marley A. Gay.
Matthew Gomez.
Shiv R. Guile.
Maritza Andrea Gonzalez.
Jake Juliana.
Ella G. Goodman,
Nathan Gehrig,
Jada Elaine Gormish,
McCarthy T. Gomes,
Katie M. Gould,
Megan E. Gonzalez,
Damian Aaron Greenhow,
Dylan Goodman,
Luke Grossi,
Abigail Rose Gorman,
Sarah Elizabeth Grimes,
Margaret Allison Gottschalk, Hayden E. Grace, Isabella R. Grace, Chase Bowman Gravore, Ryan E. Griffin, Anthony D. Gross,
Vladislav Grinick,
Saba Sebastian Gugasashvili,
Zihan Goa,
Cadence Gatormson,
Kaylin Marie Hall,
Bryce R. Hannings,
Savannah Hansberry,
Anthony J. Harris,
Justin E. Harris,
Scott Christian Harris,
Daniel G. Hearn,
Maxwell Julian Heller, Cameron Eva Henry,
Brandon Hicks, Morgan Hicks,
Joshua Higgins,
Alexandra Bailey Higman, Anastasia Higman,
Kira Hilbert,
Olivia Hines,
Alexander Matthew Hirschman,
Stephen Tyler Hitchin,
Ian Hodgkins,
Riley Hoffman,
Cody James Hollister,
Ksenia Homenko,
Nicole D. Hamola,
Meadow R. Hughes,
Gracie A. Hutchinson,
Mia Ray Ibarando,
Rahama Ibrahima,
Chinia N. Ifaini,
Kyle A. Iller,
Danelle Imankulova,
Amirjan Irgashev,
Mustafa Isaac II,
Grace Elizabeth Jacoby,
Joseph Stephen Jaggers,
Aiden James,
Nashley Jasmine,
Angaran S. Jayakumar,
Johnny Romeo Jean,
Abigail Grace Jeffries,
Caitlin Patricia Yoik,
Cody H. Johannesson,
Jaden John,
Dadrian M. Johnson,
Jamar M. Jones Jr.,
Natalia L. Jones,
Asher B. Jonikite,
Sophia Silva Jordeo,
Natalie Jump,
Nursultan Kadirbekov,
Nicholas Jacob Kaiser,
Ryan T. Kaiser,
Chase Kalina, Amir John Coplin, Noor Banu Coplin,
Chris Opuku Kari Kari,
Inez Karasako,
Maribon Karamova,
Nicholas E. Cates,
Avery C. Couch, Caden R. Couch,
Jaden Kenoy,
Olivia Grace Keene,
Danielle Rose Kenny,
Skylar Crum, David Connor Kent,
Maisie Kerr,
Laziz Hamaduliev,
Mohammed N. Khan,
Sophia Hohokova,
Catherine Ray Kilcoyne,
Peyton Starr Kildare,
Barack Kilich,
Jackson G. Kim,
Andrew K. Kirschner,
Daniel Klachkivsky,
Gabriel Wyatt Colber,
John L. Kleber IV,
Ava Rose Clodder, Julia Grace Clodder,
Chase Vincent Knight,
Zlata L. Ketchko,
Bekterson Kochubekov,
Ishan Coley,
Abraham Jaden Colley Jr.
Aiden Anthony Coral.
Layla N. Kose.
Haley R. Kotnorowski.
Lauren M. Kozlowski.
Connor Kozubal.
Alexander Kokiashvili.
Talha Kula.
Yusuf Kolmatov.
Maxim Kunetz.
Anthony Justin Curley.
Andrew Jeremiah Kuznicki.
Jason Lai.
Manuel A. Landavery.
Samantha P. LaPerry.
Caden James Lara.
George J. Lar.
Aiden Amari Loriano.
Heather Marie Lawless.
Emma Shea Lawler.
Makai A. Lawson Cook.
John A. Leach.
Kane Gayton Leap.
Michael B. Letty.
Morgan Rose Leonhauser.
Thomas W. Levi.
Michael D. Levin Jr.
Christian E. Lewis.
Irina Lezzy.
Sarah J. Lingrel.
Camden Lokaitis.
Christopher R. Long.
Aiden Lopresti.
Gabrielle Irene Lorando.
Alyssa Francis Loudon.
Brennan Marie Love.
Nicholas Lowry.
Ethan P. Lucera.
Angelina K. Luciani.
Frank Pasquale Luciano III.
Samantha Lugo.
Jesse Lundy.
Jack Riley McGee.
Roman E. Maldonado.
Sean P. Malia.
Caden M. Marciano.
Anna Mardeleshvili.
Joshua B. Martin.
Stephen J. Martin.
Joey Martindale Jr.
Keith F. Martinez Jr.
Evan Richard Martini.
Joseph Jackson Massam.
Gianna A. Massaroni.
Isaiah Mammon Matthew.
Rhea Muthor.
Jackson C. Matthews.
Anthony Matoy.
Lauren M. Mawson.
Kylie J. Maxwell. Taylor C. Maxwell.
Youssef Mazuz.
Marco Joseph Mazzoni.
Alexia P. McCann.
Thomas Andrew McCaslin.
Madeline Elizabeth McCluskey. Nicole Kelly McCluskey.
Gavin Edward McClure.
Bella Elizabeth McClurg.
Caitlin B. McCool.
Patrick K. McCullough.
Anthony Michael McCurdy.
Caden McFadden.
Christopher Thomas McGarrigle.
Jordan K. McGarrigle.
Lila Marie McGarrity.
Lily Shay McGady.
Liliana McGovern.
Carly M. McGuire.
Cyrus Samuel McIntosh.
Colin R. McIntyre.
Kira Diane McKee.
Lachlan Alexander McLeod.
Marco Mazzella McManus.
Allison McShane.
Molly McShane.
Christina Marie McVall.
Chase J. Morellis.
Carolina Malesio.
Jared Nicholas Mercior.
Ethan Matilli.
Jessica Lynn Misenik.
Angelina McKenko.
Serena L. Miles.
Isabella J. Miller.
Kayla Marie Miller.
Wyatt Anthony Miller.
Zachary J. Miller.
Lorelei Evangeline Mindy.
Devin A. Miranda.
Mariah Stephanie Miranda.
Perizota Ikramovna Mirma Dulaiva.
Fawad Nasir Mirza.
Mia Lauren Mizero.
Boador Mispoisonov.
Alexis Jaden Mitchell.
William Paul Mitchell.
Manha Mohammed.
Woodolph Moise.
Melanie P. Molina.
Liam J. Mooney.
Jameer Morris Washington.
Gavin J. Moss.
Waleed Tariq Motan.
William S. Mucklow.
Alyssa Star Moyer.
Jacqueline Rose Mull.
Emma Avani Murphy.
Connor Mulqueeny.
Milan Mason Murray.
Luke M. Murray.
Orest Mikhailiuk.
Azamat Farakovich Moyanov.
Grayson Nagrati.
Sean Navas.
Kaylin Joe A. Nelson.
Christy Nguyen.
Michelle Nimoy.
Delaney Elizabeth Nelson.
Caden Patrick Nicastro.
Kyler R. Nelson.
Xavier Nibasella.
David Nikabadze.
Mia Taylor Noder Thomas.
Daniel Nocito.
Allison A. O'Donnell.
Avery Madeline O'Brien.
Brandon O'Flynn.
Timothy J. O'Donnell, Jr.
Jimena Guadalupe Ocampo Olmos.
Riley Elizabeth O'Hara.
Caitlin Sage Oler.
Mia Antoinette Ocasio.
Ravazi Okurashvili.
Christian T. Ohm.
Aiden T. Oliver.
Eric Olgwin Ayala.
Liam P. O'Neill.
Nicole Oliveira.
Brianna Elizabeth Oquendo.
Virgil James Ong.
Samuel Gerald Osterhout.
Allison Nicole Ortman.
Jesus Padilla.
Hamaya Eve Pack. Martine Padilla.
Elena Paksashvili. Kedivin Paksashvili.
Maria Amira Pantoja.
Giovanni J. Pascal.
Arna B. Patel.
Asht Patel.
Aryan A. Patel.
Bhavya Hashmakumar Patel.
Neil N. Patel.
Pari Hirenkumar Patel.
Prisha Jayesh Patel.
Priyal Samir Patel.
Sunny B. Patel.
Yaj Patel.
Ali Marie Pihota.
Declan Cooper Perry. Delaney Grace Perry.
Alexander J. Peters.
Melina Petrakopoulos.
Jenna Petrangeli.
Maria Petrenko.
Alice N. Petrick.
Zachary Allen Pfeiffer.
Tyler Jaden Phillips.
Owen Connor Pickle.
Casey Leary Pearson.
Isabella Pilgrim.
Michael Parolo.
Joshua Earl Pitcher.
Jake Thomas Plabani.
Carly Plies.
Matfei Popov.
Nicholas J. Porter.
Aaron A. Pote.
Erin Patricia Potent.
Gavin R. Prate.
Austin T. Prosiuk.
Sophia Prokhana.
Alvin A. Pyle.
Valentino A. Quiles.
Sophia Ann Brzezinski.
Mohammed Osman Rahmani.
Daniel Tyler Ravitch.
Brooke M. Ramos.
Bella Rosemary Rabbits.
Aiden W. Reed.
Dylan R. Reel.
Vivian Reagan.
Vincent Rementer.
Ethan Robert Reinhardt.
Ramir Isan Richardson.
Colin Rhodes.
Drea Rivi Riddick.
Broderick Hans Richmond.
Casey L. Rigger.
Kirsten Riebel.
Caden Christopher Rinkus.
Madeline J. Rigney.
Tiana Marie Reeves.
Erica Ilona Rios.
Giovanni Kaylee Rivera.
Heaven Marie Rivera.
Warren R. Roach III.
Paige Ashley Robinson.
Tyreek E. Robinson Jr.
Angelicia S. Rodriguez.
Brianna Rodriguez.
Joseph Romanowski.
Emma Michaela Roney.
Juliana Roque.
Gavin Matthew Rosenfeld.
Rachel Ann Rubo.
Dax Ruggieri.
CJ Ruiz.
Aiden Russell.
El Mansor D. Sagaliv.
Ksenia G. Selena.
Tessa Veronica Salkowski.
David L. Saltiski.
Solkansaba Salukwadze.
Jonathan Andrew Samuels.
Kylie Santaniello.
Samantha Victoria Sourmouch.
Jadlyn Rose Shearer.
Emily Cecilia Schmidt.
Alexander Louis Schnee.
Ava V. Schneider.
Emma L. Schnitzer. Allison Gail Schobenlieber.
Grace Sophia Schott.
Tyler B. Schwartz.
Walter H. Scott. William G. Scott.
Valerie Cervellin.
Noah James Shaw.
Ryan Shedeker.
Jacob Sheehy.
Ademi Sheshanova.
Charlotte Sarah Sherian.
William S. Sheridan.
Elizabeth Lizzie Shakashvili.
Swasti D. Shinde.
Maxim Schnotterman.
Madeline June Shatino.
Raymond Michael Sieg.
Juliana Silvano.
Tyler Simku.
Michaela R. Simmons.
Svetlana Isabel Simmons.
Heaven Leanne Sinclair.
Terilyn Alexis Sin.
Michelle A. Saravo.
Kira R. Sawinski.
George Slaughter.
Megan M. Slinker.
Maya Essie Smiler.
Dylan Patrick Smith.
Emmanuel C. Smith.
Sarah Elizabeth Smith. Kaylin L. Snyder.
Olivia Marie Snyder.
Hayden M. Solomon.
Jaden Daniel Sori.
Alexis Jade Spadacino.
Tyler Springer.
Ryan D. Staller.
Sean Staines.
Robert Werner Stark Jr.
Grace M. Statchuk.
Bailey Elizabeth Stewart.
Allie Nicole Stylo.
Kira Rose Stinson. William F. Stinson.
Lafayette Devon Stokes.
Avery Stone.
Pavio Sulima.
Katie Sullivan.
Molly Sullivan.
Ryan Madeline Sullivan.
Adam Swanson.
Ryan Brent Sweet.
Kira Talone.
Cole A. Tarapchak.
Juliet Tate.
Bryn Lee Taylor.
Reziko Tebedza.
Maisie Beatrice Thompson.
Jason James Thorpe.
Colin John Thurno.
Michael J. Thurston.
Alana M. Tiedemann.
Ekaterina Tashina.
Arsenjay Jelenevs,
Nino Tikamaladze,
Abdulbasi Takarjanov,
Justin Robert Tomasco,
Bella Tomasulo,
Matthew Paul Tomzak,
Eleanor Tomes,
Layla Jane Toomer,
Stanislav Torba,
Jaden Adam Torres,
Melina A. Torres Estevez,
Thomas Reed Tosti,
Nicholas N. Skidaya,
Mekrangis Turakalova,
Kaylin Alyssa Turikas,
Isabella Vabishevich,
Christina Vala,
Bianca E. Vanderplug,
Cami Lynn Van Dyne,
Nurme A. Vashi,
Ava Marie Vasilarakis,
Aliyah Bega,
Jayron J. Velazquez,
Ian E. Valez Calez,
Morgan P. Vendetti,
Nicholas Vepkavadze,
Jared Wagner,
Pharrell Jaguna Wairimu,
Alana Walker,
Jack Dylan Walliver,
Edward Joseph Walsh III,
Carly J. Wombold,
Wong Chui Singh,
Nicholas J. Ward,
Amara Luna Weatherby,
Megan K. Webb,
Jackson D. Wagner,
Shane A. West,
George J. Westfall,
Caden Davis Wexler,
Shakir Abdul Name Whiting,
Colin John Wigner,
Sean Wiley,
Ruthlyn Williams,
Jason Matthew Wilmot,
Michael James Wilson Jr.,
Paige Elizabeth Whitman,
Natalie Elizabeth Woodman,
Zachary Thomas Wright,
Rakshana Hamrokulova,
Sabrina Yakubjanova,
Artem Yatskiv,
Jonathan Manuel Yepes Boya,
Kershid Yunusov,
Avery L. Zach,
Oleksandr Zaharovsky,
Chingiz Janibekov,
Arlon Z. Sarasov,
Bekeldi Janishbekov,
Agiram Zenishbekova,
Thomas James Zimmerman,
Sophia Zivkovic,
Josephine Marie Zucker,
Ladies and gentlemen, the class of 2025. Want to thank Ms. Montone and Mr. Maloney. Great job with the names. As I mentioned before, we have one remaining task. It's my pleasure to now relinquish the podium to an individual who knows the class of 2025 probably better than anyone, Senior Class President, Mr. Benjamin Long. Please join us.
I want to start off by thanking all family, friends, faculty, and especially the class of 2025 for helping us make it to this point in our journey. In every beginning, there is a reason. And my reason for being here today is the two most important things in life to me, family and friends. My family consists of two siblings, and not just my siblings, my best friends, Emily and Chris. My father, who has made me the man I am today, and the most supportive, loving woman ever, my mom. I love you all so much that words can't describe the feeling. And to all my friends, the saying, friends are the sibling God never gave us, really sits in my heart. I couldn't do it without each and every single one of you, so thank you for being in my life. So let's stop talking about me and now talking about us. They say high school ends and life begins, but they forgot. This was life. We just didn't pass time here, we became someone here. Between the morning alarms and missing buses, between the cafeteria tables and whispered secrets, something changed. We were growing even before we knew what growth felt like. We made mistakes that still echo. We laughed in ways that will never happen again. We lost things, people, parts of ourselves. And yet, here we are, still standing and still becoming. We were not just students, we were survivors of awkward phases, of heartbreak, of group projects gone terribly wrong. We were artists of last-minute essays, the warriors of sleep-deprived mornings. But we were also the ones who stayed when others left. We tried when no one was watching. It wasn't about being the best, it was about becoming someone we can be proud of. And if this chapter ends, let it end with gratitude. For every teacher who cared, every friend who stayed, every moment that broke us, then built us better. We weren't just passing time, we were passing through something scary, and we're taking it with us, all of it, into the world that awaits. Now the moment we've all been waiting for. Please rise and remove all caps. Because the class of 2025, you are dismissed! Is that good?